Good afternoon. This is OKFM and TV. We are here at the Justice Ministry, where the family members of Cllr Gloria Musu Scott have gathered to present communications or to read out their position statement. As you can see, the view of the Justice Ministry here in Single. This is the Justice Ministry. Here are the family members of Cllr Gloria Musu Scott. As you can see, they are here to read out their position statement regarding the death of Cllr Musu, who was killed in a cold blood in Virginia in 2023. And as you can see,
I'm Nathaniel Esco Jr., the family spokesperson for Senator Gloria Musu Scott. We are Senator Gloria Musu Scott family members. We thought to come here today to officially complain to the Ministry of Justice. As you are aware, Cllr Musu died on February the 22 last year. Senator Scott, a family member, were arrested. They went through the court process. Today, they are languishing behind bars. We are not here to go into the merit and demerit of the verdict because our lawyers are currently at the Supreme Court handling the issue. We are here basically to bring to the attention of the Minister of Justice those occurrences that are very terrible, those missteps that are very terrible missteps that are associated with the case. The police lead investigators after the verdict was given. Maureen Dennis went on Hot FM, and Maureen Dennis indicated that those charges were manufactured against Senator Scott. Maureen Dennis further said that they were politically manipulated. An indication that Senator Scott and her family member were not given justice at the police station. They went to court. The court came down with the verdict. The county attorney and the prosecutor charged with the case. The county attorney charged his colleagues for embezzling $150,000. Mind you, Maureen Dennis, who said that they did not handle the case, they were politically manipulated. Maureen Dennis worked with the Ministry of Justice. Maureen Dennis worked squarely with the Ministry of Justice. He was the police lead investigator. The county attorney who accused his colleague, according to him, $150,000 was given to them to change the venue. The venue was not changed. The venue was not changed. It didn't start that far. It didn't start that far. They started accusing one another. Adolphus Canoa referring to the county attorney at Wounded Beast. Even one of the prosecutors also went on Spoon FM and indicated that they received $200,000. Maureen Dennis also went on Spoon FM and where beside Hot FM. And he did say, look, the case was politically manipulated. There were big hands involved. Gloria and her family members should not have been behind bars. It was after the verdict. It was after the verdict. After the verdict, people from the Ministry of Justice were coming out accusing one another. People of Ministry of Justice coming out, telling the Liberian people, telling the rest of the world that the manner in which they conducted themselves was wrong. They didn't start that far. In February this year, criminals intruded into Senator Justice Scott's house. Those criminals, the community came out on them. And through the intervention of the community, let me use this opportunity to tell the community, thank you. Police were called in and those people were arrested and they are currently behind bars. But the most terrible thing is that The very people, those very elements within the police and the Ministry of Justice are still here. Could you imagine the people went to Senator Scott's house, arrested the people and jailed them, prepared a charge sheet? Senator Scott, who is the private prosecutor in the case, they didn't even rescue her, they didn't even call any of her family members' name. Even the location of the place was not measured. Whereas the very prosecutor went to work and derived a figure for the stolen items, for what was stolen from the house. They derived $4,000. How did they derive the $4,000? Who did they contact? Does the property belong to the government of Liberia? Of course, no. Of course, no. The property belonged to Senator Scott, but none of her family member was contacted. They derived $4,000 as the charge. The next thing, the charge sheet or name is not measured. Her name is not measured on the charge sheet. The Honorable Minister of Justice is not aware of all this because he's just coming. Our intention is not to go into the merit and demerit of the case. The people who went to our house that day, they took keys from them. The premise upon which Senator Gloria Scott and her family member are languishing behind bars today, the prosecutor said, no buckler, no intrusion. This time around, they put it breaking. According to them, charge between before them, they use keys. Where did they get the keys from? Where did they get the key from? On the night of Charles' death, we vividly recall, family member vividly recall her saying, somebody make a statement, give me the keys. Today, the case is before the Supreme Court. But we have come to bring to the Minister of Justice attention. These things are happening. These things that are happening. Don't say prosecutor. No prosecutor should be behind bars by now. They should be before the Anti-Corruption Commission. $150,000. This to measure the former Solicitor General Nyati Twan. Nyati Twan was called at the Temple of Justice overnight, attempting to bribe jurors. Attempting to bribe jurors. He was fined $250 and removed from the case. Like I said, look, the $150,000, all indication was used to bribe the jurors. The family member clear, we are clear that the Ministry of Justice is the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia. Everything that is happening is the result of misstep on the part of the Ministry of Justice, beginning with the police. Beginning with the police work with the Ministry of Justice. We thought to bring it to their attention. He has the constitutional responsibility to act. We're not going to go into merit and demerit of the case. Today, our mother, our sisters, our grandmother, languishing behind bars, false charges on the very people who manufacturing charges, when the very people are still criminally manipulating to allow the recent intruder to go with impunity. For us, we want the perpetrator, we want the actual perpetrator. For Cllr Musu to be brought to justice. Their attitude, from all indications, the significance of data measuring Justice Scott need on that document, did not refuse the community. It's a clever attempt for the current defendant in the fourth intrusion case to go with impunity. That's the entire significance. We want to call the Minister of Justice to act. He's the Minister of Justice of the Republic of Liberia, and the Constitution gave him the authority. You can have criminals. You can have criminals languishing at the Ministry of Justice, meeting injustice against people. Why you will not put Senator Justice Scott on the charge sheet? Why? Why you were going to her house and derive the price for what was stolen without reference to any family member? The motive is in essence. It's clear that they came at her yesterday. So our being here today as family member is to bring to the attention of the Minister of Justice, the Attorney General. Try to bring it to the attention. He's the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, and we want to put a squarely on his feet. The missteps and violation started with the police. The miststep and violation extended in the ministry itself by these prosecutors. Until we weed them out, until we take the necessary action, there will be problem. That's why we are here today. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of the case. Our lawyer will deal with it at the Supreme Court. But we have come to bring to his attention all that have been happening after the verdict. So we clear. We clear. The significance of the justice system is to display justice with impartiality. Impartiality. Everybody will have a side. But when you are given responsibility, it is left with you. If you are given responsibility as a justice official, your role there is to display justice with impartiality. Justice card and her family member have been kept behind bar for justifiably, any justifiable reason. This is a calculated attempt to allow the perpetrator, the perpetrator to go with impunity. The Ministry of Justice must act. The Ministry of Justice must act. That's why we try to bring it to the concern of the Ministry of Justice. The best thing they can do is to consider and open fresh investigation. The best thing they can do, Maru Dennis, who you made your lead investigator, came out and told you clearly. Say, look, I was the lead investigator. The entire process, the entire charges were manufactured. The entire process was manipulated. There was political interference into the case. That's sufficient ground. We are concerned by the death of Cllr, but the manner and form in which from the police to the Ministry of Justice have conducted ourselves, we might not have the actual perpetrators. So we came to bring it to the attention of the Minister of Justice, making him to act. He's the Attorney General of the country. Those with character and liability cannot be the face of the justice system, cannot be the prosecutors. People are accusing themselves of stealing. People who steal the Ministry of Justice ought to submit them to the Anti-Corruption Commission. We did not accuse them. The county attorney said you stole $150,000. Intended for a change of venue. Adolfo Canova said, no, you are a winner beast. The other prosecutor said, no, I took the city Kafanto. That's sufficient ground. It means the people have eroded, the prosecutor have eroded the character or morals of the Ministry of Justice. Those guys should not be at the Ministry of Justice serving as the face of prosecution. When they themselves were accusing themselves of stealing $150,000, what are they doing at the Ministry of Justice? They falsely accused Gloria. Today, they prepared a charge sheet. They didn't even mention her name. So the family is clear. We hope that the Ministry of Justice may perform a function. We hope that the Minister of Justice will perform a function. He's the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia. Cllr must act. Cllr, it's clear. It's clear. The guy is telling you, oh, 150,000. The investigator, police investigator telling you, look, we were wrong. So everything is squarely at the feet of the Ministry of Justice. So the Ministry of Justice must act. The significance of window code is not to manufacture case against innocent people and win them at all costs. No. The significance of the justice system is not for the Ministry of Justice to go to court and take money to do us. Our country has a terrible past. And the current Minister of Justice must set the transition. Cllr must be made enough, Councillor Cllr must be made enough to set the transition. We are not begging. We are advocating for the rights of our family. We did not come to beg. No. No need to beg.
So how soon you want for the minister to act?
We want the minister to act immediately. You can have people languishing behind bars. We want the minister to act. Let the minister look at a very charge sheet. Look at your charge sheet. The people that they fought the institution. Why did they leave the need of the private prosecutor out? Why did they leave the need of the community out? You can't have criminals. Criminals can be prosecuting people. They got no moral rectitude. You must have the moral rectitude as a justice actor to act. You can't have criminals that are being accused of $150,000 serving as the face for the Ministry of Justice at prosecution. Those criminals who have to leave. You don't have the moral rectitude. People who represent the Ministry of Justice in court should be people with moral rectitude. Again, the family of Senator Justice Gloria Musu, we want to make sure that our daughter who killed our daughter is being brought to justice. But what we see is that those who have been praising all the confection and admittance on the part of the Ministry of Justice, Ministry does not point to them. In no way point to them. Therefore, we call on the Ministry of Justice to act. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So this is OK FM and TV. We are here at the Justice Ministry. You listen to this official spokesperson of the family of Cllr Gloria Musu calling on the minister to act regarding the way the proceeding went on in the case of the late Cllr Musu, who was killed in 2023 in a cold blood. You listen to them. They say the new Minister of Justice should be facing the case. She should act based on the way the proceedings were. As you can see, these are the members of the late Cllr Musu. They are here, as you can see. Majority of them are females. The spokesperson of the family has spoken, and that just gave you the view of the Ministry of Justice. As you can see, the workers. This is the compound. This is the Ministry of Justice. Okay, keep watching. This is OK TV, and my name is Sylvester Tamba. Thanks ever so much. As you can see, good afternoon. Okay, one of the workers of the Ministry of Justice just because he's here. Okay, so we are ending our live. Keep watching.